I felt some shin pain, my entire shin, pretty much from my knee to my ankle, and I started getting the shakes. And when I went to stand up the next day, started getting dizzy. Nothing felt right. Decided at that point that there's something else going on other than just a common flu or anything like that. So it was time to get to an emergency room as fast as possible. The hospital in North Clyn, the community hospital, is very close to my house.
I was gathering all my things to get ready for my day and saw the nurses pushing a guy in a wheelchair around the corner into one of the patient rooms who did not look alive. Yeah, he was entirely the wrong color and slumped over. The doctor was super communicative to me. She was really great. She discussed kind of what was going on. Don't get me wrong, I was still scared to death. He actually looked at me at one point during his resuscitation. I asked him, who's your primary care doctor? And he said, "You are, Doc. Why don't you go ahead and save me?" And I said, "No pressure there." The diagnosis for what I had was necrotizing fasciitis. I also had sepsis, which led my heart to hit an acute heart attack level, and also shut down my kidneys. It's just the wrong bacteria in the right place at the right time that's able to sort of take hold and create an overwhelming infection. We got him into the excellent hands of our surgeons over at Good Samaritan. I didn't think he was going to make it, to be totally honest.
When he got here, his blood pressure was low, he was hypotensive, he was acidotic, and the main thing to do in cases like this is to get what we call source control, or to get the infection under control, however that needs to be done. Because of Dr. Foster getting IV access and starting things up soon and recognizing how sick he was, he did not suffer at all in that intermediate step. Not only did his kidneys fail, his lungs failed, his heart failed, and his immune system failed. The risks of dying from that, having three-system failure, is 90%. It was a really tenuous several days for him, but he kept hanging on and getting a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and eventually he just, turn a corner. I went from the ICU to the level 5 floor and was with, lack for a better word, tons of nurses, and they were amazing. The nurses were fantastic, the CNAs were great. I even started to learn the names of the people in the food service department because I was in for so long. He lost most of the skin on his calf, and so once we get that stabilized and cleaned up and all that sort of stuff, then luckily we have a plastic surgeon here, Dr. Zulke, who came in and skin grafted his calf. He sat with me for almost an hour the first time we met. He put it all on the table that I can understand it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I believe he's got his renal function back, and things are looking good for him, other than he may have to give up his job as a stock model. Currently, I am back to somewhat of normal conditions after, of course, necrotizing fasciitis with sepsis and life shut down. But hey, I'll take what I can get at this point. I think at best we can say that we helped to provide an environment where he had the best chance of being able to recover. I think our intensive care unit, the staff, and the physicians all are pretty tuned into looking at the whole patient. Having people stand by your side, both physician, nursing, housekeeping, and everybody together, all makes that work. Not being able to pick your daughter up when you come home, not being able for your daughter to see you in even ICU. You might not make it past the ICU, so being able to walk again, drive a car, go back to work, function like this never happened, aside from the leftover scars. You can't describe that to somebody unless they've been through it. But I'm happy, super happy. Really looking forward to the rest of it, the rest of everything else past this.